I'm constantly in shock that anyone replies to any of my posts, so thank you very much.
Hi guys, it's Future Chaye interrupting the program. I'm currently editing, and since I've filmed this video, so much has happened all over the world, and it felt very wrong to not acknowledge or have a conversation about it. I'm hoping to have a live conversation with you guys sometime soon. I know it's overwhelming to figure out where to start, so down below in the description box there are some links to information as well as links to where you can help out and contribute. Anyway, please check that out. Talk to you guys soon, and I'm gonna hand you over now back to Past Chaye.
It's Chaye and I'm back with a new video. As you guys suggested on Instagram, I'm doing a Q&A. So today I will be answering the questions that you guys sent in on my Instagram. I'm constantly in shock that anyone replies to any of my posts, so thank you very much. Yeah, so I have a few questions. I'm so sorry I can't answer all of the questions, but a lot of them were about the same things. So hopefully your question is somewhat within the same world as one of these questions. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let's go. So the first question, and probably the most asked question, is how old are you? So as of June in 2020, I am 23 years old. This is the second most popular question was, what is your biggest pet peeve? If we're gonna talk ultimate pet peeve, it's when the sound of people sucking things from their teeth, it kills me. It kills me. I can't deal. Comfort food. This is a lot. Tapsi. What are my comfort foods? Comfort food. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. There's a lot. There's too much. Favorite musical. My ultimate favorite musical, as in when I first heard it, it was just In the Heights. Yeah, I love In the Heights. One of my favorite professors and mentors once said that when he was younger, he used to just hum until the notes felt right. And then he found Sondheim. And then he was like, well, someone wrote down the words I want to be singing. And that was that. And that was In the Heights to me. At the time when I first really got into it was when I first moved overseas. Was when I moved overseas. I was like, oh my god, this man wrote down my life and the things in my heart. So yeah, In the Heights holds a very special place in my heart. But obviously I have 100 that could also be its own video. Let's not. What inspires you the most? Lots of things. Lots of things. My parents, one. People and stories, people's stories, to be honest. I mean, I don't know if we're talking about artistically inspires or generally inspires, but it's hearing people's stories, telling stories, how the world works generally, the human condition. It sounds so naff, but the human condition, exploring and seeing and discovering blah. Life is so fascinating, people are so fascinating, and it's just a never-ending. Anyway, that's a black hole that we're gonna dive into, so moving on. When did you move to Australia? I moved to Australia when I was 14, and then I think I came back for a year, and then I moved back again, and then I was based there for a very long while. Yeah, and I'm back and forth between the two countries, but most of the time I'm in Australia, and I think, well, at the moment, I can't consider anywhere home base. How do you speak Tagalog so well? So many people asked it. It was very important to my mom that I spoke Tagalog conversationally and not just as a formality. It was very important to her that I would be fluent in it and fully bilingual, I guess. Plus also, I grew up in the Philippines. Did you study theater in college? Yes, I studied musical theater in uni. And where did you go to uni? I went to NIDA. I went to the National Institute of Dramatic Art in Australia, in Sydney. In choosing your course, did you consider passion or practicality, and what did your parents think? This was a massive question. I obviously considered many things in choosing what I was gonna do for uni. And my educational journey has been a roller coaster. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm done with high school, now I'm going to uni. It was never like that. I finished high school early. I took 2 gap years in which I worked in theater. I can do a full video about this because I know it's a big deal, especially, and I know a lot of you were looking for just generally some perspective. I'm not saying I have any answers. I'm just saying I could give you what my story is. I am blessed with super supportive parents. My mom being 1, Asian, 2, Filipino, 3, an educator, was like, you sure you don't want to do law? You sure you don't want to be a doctor? And that's mostly a joke, but obviously there's worries about any child going into art as a career. I keep using quotations, they're not quotations. However, my parents both have always said that they're very aware that you can make a living as an artist, but you would have to do more things than just theater. So you will have to teach, do events, do ads, you know, it was always this spoken of thing. Under this career will be many jobs. I could do a full video on that. Maybe I can ask them to actually literally tell you. Long story short, I've been very lucky with very supportive parents. Age you started theater, and how many years have you been doing theater now? The first time I did a workshop, like a proper class on theater or musical theater specifically, I was 13. I'm not gonna consider any of the school stuff before that, but I always kind of was active in drama club and stuff like that. But the first formal, by formal I mean a teens summer workshop for theater, I was 13, and the first professional show I did, I was 15. So I'm now 23, so that's 8 years. I've been doing theater professionally for 8 years. And of course, in between those 8 years, at some point I studied, at some point I did, you know, things. Okay, I got a lot of theater questions. So many theater questions. Things like, why did you start theater? Who inspired you? What inspired you? Any advice to people that want to start theater? Pre-show routine? Things like that. And I thought that would just be best to be its own video completely. So we'll do that very soon so we can go into full detail about it, because there's too much detail I think that I would like to share. Once again, I'm saying I do not have any answers, but I can tell you the things that I, you know, went through. We'll do a separate video for anything theater related, but I hope I answered some of your questions about it. How did you audition for Ang Huling El Bimbo? Okay, my audition was a little bit different to a normal audition because I was in Australia at the time. It's so funny because I got this message while I was mopping the floor and I was like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life? Like, blah, 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 existential crises. And I get this message and I was like, oh my lord. So I sent in a video of 2 songs and introducing myself and all that fun stuff. And that is it! I came home and then we went into rehearsal and yeah, it was great. It's still unreal to me. I should probably add some of my audition footage.
Hello po, ako po si Chaye Mogg. I am 22 years old at ito po ang aking audition para sa rerun ng Ang Huling El Bimbo. Nung nalaman ko po na mag-rerun ang El Bimbo, sabi ko po talaga sa mundo, please, kung pwede lang.
So there's that. Is theater your only job? It is definitely not my only job. When I was in Australia, a lot of my income actually came from teaching. So I love teaching, but I did lots of jobs, as many artists do. What I mostly do in the Philippines, I think, is events. So event hosting, event performing. How does being a theater artist help you as a person? So this is a great question, and it's a big question. I always say this also to people that message me saying, hey, like, do you think workshops are worth it? Definitely. Drama classes are so worth it, because even if you don't pursue theater or film or TV or anything, what you take from it, a lot of what we do with text and improv and blah blah blah, is making choices and then sticking to them. Sticking to your instinct and trusting yourself. That's a huge thing, I think, moving forward in life that is very valuable. Listening, receiving before giving. That's another thing. I could really break this down. Yeah, I think generally being a theater artist kind of makes you a more perceptive human being to other humans and also the world around you, and it helps you appreciate small things a little bit more, interactions a little bit more. Yeah, lots of things. Wow, I'm so excited about it. If you weren't a theater actor, what would you be? I have no clue. I'd like to say I'd be a teacher, but I really don't think I would be a teacher if I wasn't teaching drama. I studied marketing for a hot minute. I also applied to law school, so who knows? Honestly, who knows? Here we go. So I got maybe 100 and God knows how many questions about who. So I will answer 2, because I think that should definitely be a video where he joins me. Okay, 1. Where did you and Boo meet? So apparently we met at his house. I still find that super funny. Apparently, I was 15 and we met at his house because he was having a party at his house and I got brought to said party, and that was when we first met. I don't remember this. I don't remember this interaction, but I do remember going to his house. First impression of Boo. Apparently we were friends on Facebook for a very long time. I had no idea who he was. I was on holidays, El Bimbo happened, and his face was on a massive billboard on the way home from the airport, so that's how I remember him. He was very friendly, is what I remember, and he smelled nice. That is all I remember. He was very friendly and he smelled nice. We just vibed very fast, and I was very excited to have a new friend. In my head, I had already friend-zoned him so fast. And that is it for today. I'm sure I could have answered a lot of those questions in a lot more detail. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and thank you so much for all of the comments that you left on my last video. I really appreciate it, and I read every single one. So if you have any more suggestions or anything you want to see from me on this channel, please let me know. I have so much inspiration from you guys now. I have a full list of videos I want to do for this channel. And that's that. I hope you guys had fun. We'll hang out again very, very soon. And subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below, like this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Stay safe.